Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and today I am at the Winnebago Service Center, which is right next door to the Winnebago factory in the town of Forest City, Iowa. And if you wonder why it's here, this little town of Forest City, Iowa, it all started back when some men wanted to help the economy of this small town of Forest City, and they came up with the idea of creating a RV manufacturing company back in the 1950s. So now here, 2025, it's still here. So let me show you around. There's the factory service center, and here is the factory. And the reason I'm here was to get my slides fixed. I have 3 slides on my motorhome, and 2 of them don't work. And they haven't worked for years. And I was hoping to finally get them fixed, but I just found out that one of them would cost about $2,000 to get fixed, and the other one, which is much worse condition, would cost maybe $5,000 to get fixed. So since I have been putting up with them without being able to go out for years, I decided to just let it go, since my motorhome is like 9 years old and it's got many problems. And if I were to sell it, it would be pretty much, well, I know it would be pretty much worthless for a trade-in value. And no matter how old your Winnebago is, you can always bring it here to be worked on. And Winnebago owners like to do that because the technicians here are generally a lot better, more knowledgeable than dealers around the country. And if they need parts, most likely the parts will be here, so you don't have to have them ordered in. So rather than waiting a week to get parts, they just do it right here in a day or 2. Plus here you have unlimited RV parking with electric hookups before, during, and after your service. And even if you don't have a Winnebago product RV, they will let you stay under their electric hookups for 2 nights, as it says here, or 3 nights if you're a Winnebago member. And in the city park is where you do your dump and fill of water and waste. It's called Pamel Park. So right where you drive into it here, they have 4 dump stations, and this sign says this water faucet is potable and this one is non-potable. And anyone coming through town, no matter what model motorhome you have, not even whether you're staying in their park here or not, everyone is free to use this dump and fill station. And in addition to the free electricity that Winnebago offers, this Pamel Park has quite a few hookup sites here for RVs for $20 a night, self-service registration. So you can camp here for up to 14 days. Really nice place to take a break. And you have a nice view of the Winnebago River. How you like this deal, folks? And right across the street here is the Winnebago Museum. I'm going to go and show you that now. So let's go into the Winnebago Industries Visitor Center. And by the way, several years ago, Winnebago bought out Newmar Motor Coach Company. Newmar is still doing their own thing with their own coaches. Winnebago just simply owns them. And Winnebago now also owns Barletta Company, which makes pontoon boats. And they own Chris Craft, which makes a lot of small boats. So Winnebago has come a long way from the 1950s, starting out with coaches similar to this one. And here is the office, preserved, of the men who started the Winnebago company. So this room shows the progression of Winnebago starting in 1958, 1960, 64, 66, and goes on through the years, 81, 80, 77. So it goes through various years of significant milestones that happened with Winnebago. Like in 2018, when Winnebago bought Chris Craft boats. And here's some models. And I think it's interesting here they show some models being shipped on train, which they don't do anymore. And I asked them about that once, because the way they get these RVs from Iowa to California is by manually driving them one at a time by someone hired to just drive them across country. And they said they don't do it anymore by train because they get stalled at some place for a day or two or three, and then they get broken into and damaged. It just wasn't worth doing it anymore. And here shows the top opening up so you can see the inside. And here we've got a real life-size travel trailer, recently sold for $900. 1959 model. There is the dining set, and here is the kitchen, and a bed on top where you can put a mattress. And here, this is the second bed, which actually is like a sofa, but it converts into a bed. 3 propane cooktops. This is a small one, and this is the iconic look of one of the original Winnebago motorhomes. 1967 model D22. And this shows it sold for $49.95 back then. So here's the passenger seat, driver's seat, dinette, sink and cooktop. And then back here is the bathroom and the bedroom back there. And this is a sofa that folds down into a bed, refrigerator. And this one's a 74 camper coach, model 108K. The door is in the back. You can see the dinette here and the kitchen there, bathroom here, and the bedroom is in the front, right in there, where here it hooks up to usually a pickup truck. Don't know why these Schwinn bicycles are here. They have a whole lot of shirts and hoodies and jackets and all sorts of things. Pretty much all say Winnebago on them. Blankets and caps and all sorts of souvenirs, even socks. And they've got this TV screen where you can watch 8 different segments of the RV manufacturing process. So here this video shows you the manufacturing process. You can go through all 8 different segments of it, watch everything. They also give factory tours. You can sign up for a tour where you walk through the factory and watch them actually manufacturing an RV. Just like that guy. Well, that's enough. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. It would take too much time. This tells you about the factory tours that they do. Well, that's about it in here. It's all one big room. Interesting, especially if you're a Winnebago customer. And they've got their own mark brand of various drinking mugs. You're probably familiar with Stanley or Yeti. I have both. It says Yeti here, and they got their brand on it. It's only $65 for a mug. But let me tell you, I love those things. They can keep ice cold and frozen all day long. So if you ever have a need to drive between Des Moines and Minneapolis, that'd be a good time to make a little diversion to see the Winnebago place here. Good day, folks.